It's December time in Oxford, which means all the attention is turning towards the trilates. The trilates is one of the first big tests of the season, where the top athletes are put into crews and made to dice it out, Oxford against Oxford, over the full length of the championship course. The race ends off the first half of our season and normally draws in quite a good crowd, so this video will cover all of the build-up and then the race itself.
Oh my god. What we have to do.
December time is freezing. Literally freezing. But luckily, the Brits found a solution. This time of year is piled full of festivities to help you forget about the fact that the sun no longer exists and you can't feel your toes. A lot of the colleges will host Christmas dinners, which we call Oxmas, as it's a chance to celebrate Christmas in Oxford before going back to your families. There are also end-of-year class parties and other events to keep us busy. But none of these are as exciting as the Oxford University Boat Club Christmas dinner, which is a chance for us to load up the plate and enjoy a meal as a club at our boathouse. The conditions on the water can be quite frosty, but they can also be really pretty. So we cover up in layers, keep the chat up, and enjoy every moment. At some stage during the month, we all pack up and leave our colleges in Oxford and move to London to prepare on the tideway. We are super fortunate that quite a few of our athletes come from London, so a lot of us will spend the week living together as a team, which is great for bonding. This inevitably led to lots of games and lots of food. The Tideway is an incredible place to train and race, surrounded by the city and rowing clubs with some real history. The course also brings its own challenges, like unpredictable water conditions and a hectic stream. This is exactly why spending time on the Tideway is so important, as after all, this is where the race on the big day is held. As mentioned, for the trilates, we're split into different crews, and these boats end up forming their own little identities. A funny tradition which has become a massive part of this time is the naming of the crews. On a random day, the president will send out a spreadsheet, and suddenly, absolutely everyone is racing to submit their best or funniest suggestions for the crew names. There were a lot of suggestions, and some were definitely better than others, but we managed to come to a decision. The women's side named their boats after inspiring female athletes, naming their boats Ledecky, Williams, Biles, and Kildun. The men's side went with a Top Gun theme, naming the crews Maverick, Iceman, Hangman, and Rooster. And with that, the stage was set for some massive showdowns and some tight racing. Perfect preparation for the boat race. I was in the Hangman crew, sitting at stroke, and we would be taking on Rooster. To add to the vibe, we did a mini challenge, as it is boat race tradition. Race day is set up to feel as close as it can to the real boat race itself. Before the crews get on the water, there is a coin toss, and then the crews will have some time for final preparations before getting on the water for their warm-up. The crews row down into the area past Putney Bridge to get race ready. Sometimes, the massive Uber boat comes past, and we have to avoid that and stay completely focused on the task ahead. Then before you know it, we have to row up to the start line, and the race is on. The race I was in was a real battle from start to finish. Here's me, sitting a few seats up off the start, driving what I thought would be a race-winning rhythm. But the boat race is a long race, and the Rooster crew drove a relentless attack, sticking to their rhythm and allowing themselves to pull ahead just before our corner. Our corner gave us just enough of an advantage to hold on, and at times we really believed we were moving back. But the other crew held on, and they finished the race about a boat length ahead of us. Another exciting race was the one on the women's side between Ledecky and Williams. They both went off the start quickly, and around Fulham started clashing blades. The clashing led to the race needing to be restarted, and on the second time of trying, the Ledecky crew pulled ahead for the win. The Biles and Kildun race was also exciting, with the Biles crew taking victory on this occasion. Then, in the Maverick versus Iceman race, the Maverick crew did their absolute best to challenge Iceman, but Iceman kept their cool and stormed out to victory. We then had an awesome prize giving hosted in the beautiful clubhouse of Thames Rowing Club before heading off to get ready for the traditional trilates dinner. It was only a short break before the club gathered again, this time to head out to our training camp in Spain to kick off the second part of the season. This is really where the season gets interesting, but that's a story for another day.